I'm not really the biggest fan of Stanley Kubrick's work, only because he always has to incorporate some element of huge unsolvable mystery in all of his productions. And frankly, it gets pretty irritating trying to figure out whatever his stupid little message might be. But recently I've been watching content by a guy named Rob Ager, and I'll leave his work below. And thanks to the work of Rob Ager and some of the things he's pointed out, combined with what I know about female nature, I think it's actually pretty obvious what Eyes Wide Shut is really all about. And it's actually not much of a mystery at all. I personally believe that Kubrick was a worshiper of the GPV, and that Eyes Wide Shut may have been some kind of an attempt to liberate himself from such servitude. So I do have to give him props for that. And I know Rob Ager is definitely not willing to take things as far as I'm about to, probably because he wants to remain politically correct. But you know, we don't do that here on this channel. So let's go ahead and take a look at this movie. The whole thing is set against the backdrop of Christmas. And what could be more materialistic than Christmas, right? The movie is loaded with masks. And these masks represent the masks that men and women wear all the time in order to get access to what they really want. And we all know what men want, at least when they're younger. And we all know what women want. Men want access to the GPV, and women want access to the resources. And that's why the main protagonist's name in the movie is Bill, as in dollar bill. Now, the idea that I believe Kubrick is suggesting is the idea that all women are prostitutes. And the movie is loaded with prostitutes of varying degrees, from streetwalkers to housewives. And prostitution only exists in this world because men do tend to worship the GPV. And maybe that's all that any of these secret societies are really all about in the first place. And yes, that does make them satanic because they're putting a false idol before the worship of the one true God. And as we see here at this religious gathering, the focal point of worship is red in the middle and surrounded by purple. I'll let you surmise on your own what that might possibly represent. Early on in the movie, we see Dollar Bill's wife tutoring her daughter on math. And the problem she's presenting to her daughter concerns how much more money one boy has than another. And we also see Nicole Kidman's character spending a whole lot of time with a very rich tycoon at a Christmas party. He's seducing her and she's falling for it. This is a perfect demonstration of hypergamy. Now, we all know that Kubrick was extremely meticulous in his productions, and it's been alleged that a 20-minute chunk of his movie was deleted before it was released to the public. But I think that idea itself is a meta break in the fourth wall and was put there on purpose by Kubrick himself. Legend has it that those 20 minutes were centered on Nicole Kidman's character acting out on her hypergamy with that man. And the fact that these 20 minutes were taken out of the movie's universe is probably meant to represent how women will often try to deny their darker deeds and erase them from their memory. And sadly, the men who lust after those women will often be willing to let those deeds go unaccounted for. Her hypergamy was essentially hushed, just like it often is in real life.